Our team has led an exploratory and prospective research on the usage of sensory attributes intensity rating with consumers. For example, in a consumer test on chocolates, we can ask consumers what they think about the sweetness of a chocolate. And the consumer gives his answer on an intensity scale going from not sweet at all to very sweet. But can we consider that consumers who have different personal references and experience and who are not trained at evaluating their sensations on scales are reliable? The second objective of our research was to investigate the subject of multiculturality. Do consumers from different cultures evaluate the sensoriality of products in the same way? Or on the contrary, can we highlight differences of perceptions between them, and especially between European and Asian consumers? To answer all these questions, we set up a study on the perception of cosmetic face care creams in France, Italy, Portugal, and China. The first interesting finding is about consumers' reliability. We found that despite their lack of training, consumers were able to perceive differences between products on the majority of the sensory attributes used. The study also highlighted a good consensus between consumers and a rather good reproducibility from an evaluation to another. So the first learning of this is that asking consumers to evaluate the intensity of a sensory attribute in a questionnaire can be a good first approach to understand what consumers perceive from a sensory point of view. Of course, this methodology is not designed to replace sensory experts panels who remain more sensitive and precise than consumers. The other major results of this study were about the cultural comparison. First, we observed similarities between the four countries when talking about products' appearance, like color or fluidity of the creams, or about sensations perceived at application on the skin. On the contrary, some differences appeared, especially when talking about the smell of the products. Thus, in that respect, we can assert that cultural specificities have a strong impact on the perception and the evaluation of the odors of the products. In conclusion, consumers from different countries who are familiar with the products perceive some sensory qualities in the same way, such as appearance and texture of the products. But as soon as odor or taste are concerned, we cannot ignore the specificities of the country.